Were countless heroes on that September morning when the Washington Navy Yard was just thrown into utter chaos.
What is going on, everyone? Sorry we were running a couple minutes late. It doesn't matter, man, what time me and Keith are just talking about that we try to set up for. It just always seems like something happens right in the heat of the moment. But welcome to Mind Over Madness, episode 2 of our live streams. We are going to start dropping actual videos, shorts, all that type of stuff. Last week and tomorrow, actually, I got to go back to Jersey too to finish something up. But then after that, I have all the time in the world, my man, but we're going to start building up this channel. Just want to mention something, though, before we get in, though. We got a September 11th event. Look inside the description. Details are it's at the White Horse, 9/11, 2025, White Horse. No, excuse me. Yeah, 9/11, 2025, White Horse Tavern, 4 p.m., 25 Bridge Street, NYC, 10004. Donations, $50 for hoodie, $100 for VIP, hoodie, and buffet. Sponsored by the White House Tavern, Squad Life, Friends of the Camp, Tara Consulting, Mind Over Madness. I will, the link is inside the description, and that is in Manhattan, I believe, in the city for a September 11th event. If you're out there, show your support. And for all the 343 who died. And how many cops Keith passed? You know?
I think I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to look. I want to say 71, 65, somewhere around there. Maybe I'm wrong.
Before though we get to this episode about 9/11, there's way more cops in that who died and way more firemen. And what I mean by that is the cleanup crew, people who are cleaning up from cancer, the after effects. I mean, it's just so devastating. And the 25th anniversary of it, though, is coming up, though, next year. And I can't believe it's already 25 years. Like, I remember where I was at right when I was at Yankee Stadium the day before for a day game. My brother wakes me up. It's like a plane at the Trade Center. I go, oh, man, that sucks. It probably, because, I didn't know it was a commercial. I was like, It's a high building, this or that. But then we're watching live, and then we saw the other one come in. And when that happened, and then all of a sudden the Pentagon, and then here in Pennsylvania, when the one, I went outside my 380 on the deck, like, what the hell's that going to do? But I was like, this is insane. I remember, man, they reissued a second paper, like the newspaper usually get in the morning. They had a second paper. It was like a ghost town. No cars were out. Just such a tragic day. But yeah, look in the description for that event, folks. And if you're out there in the area, show your support. But how you doing, Keith?
Doing all right, man. Yeah, just real quick, 72 law enforcement officers died on 9/11.
Yeah.
And I will get the link and put it up there. But my old partner from the FBI, Tom O'Connor, was he was the lead evidence tech at the Pentagon during 9/11. And he was also the president of the FBI's Agents Association, which is their union. And he is one of the main ones that went and lobbied for free health care for any of these guys coming down with cancer, free checkups. There's a bunch of stuff that some people might not know about. So I'll throw it up. I'll get with him and throw it up there. But yeah, if you had any part of cleanup of 9/11, there are no cost medical checkups and stuff like that for you available. So yeah, it's coming up. 9/11 is coming up, and yeah, man, 25 years. Wow.
Well, next year's 25.
Next year, 24.
This is 24, but it's on 9/11.
I mean, I'm mentally 24 still, so it's crazy.
Yeah, well, no, I hear you there, man. And it's also, man, I just can't believe how fast time goes, man. I was talking about it yesterday on the Aussie channel. I was just like, where does the time go, man? Like, you know, everyone's like, stop and smell the roses. Well, I do, but the time still flies. You know, I stopped and smelled one today, and I told the girl, I'm like, this time just flies, man. I mean, I don't know. So that's why, man, you got to make every moment with, like, I don't like to always bring it up. I'm not going to get upset on this one. Well, actually, I might. And folks, listen, before anyone watches this episode, I am just clearly saying viewer discretion, watch at your own will. It's not that you're going to see anything disgusting, but anyone out there, if you're in a happity-dappity space, I'm just warning you right now that this episode is going to be dark. And we need to talk about that stuff because people like to sweep shit under the rug. And I think bringing it out to the forefront to see what Keith and all other officers out there have to go through is just insane. And I watched this video the other night it was from Baltimore. Maybe a lot of you's already seen it, but it was from Baltimore. And we're going to get to the comments in a second. But what happens is they pull over a lady and the car wasn't registered. And she's there with some other lady who didn't, though, get charged or anything. But the cops noticed a very, very, very foul smell. And she kept saying that it was dirty blankets, dirty laundry, all that type of stuff. And the cop is like, cut it open, cut it open, cut it open, cut it open. And we'll just give you a little brief thing of this stuff.
Be quiet. Yeah. This is not a game. Turn over right now. You under arrest. Don't you move. Don't you move. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. What I do? What the It's not mine. What the What I do? What I do? Give me your other hand. Now! I don't want to hear it! I don't want to hear it! Get up! On your feet! Roll over! Sit on your butt! Stand up!
On the channel. We don't need that. We got 2 in custody right now, but we need a supervisor.
Please don't, no, please I swear to God if you move, so help me.
Please don't arrest her. Please don't arrest her. She don't have anything to do with nothing. She really don't have anything to do with nothing. I will give y'all every name to everybody.
I don't want to hear it.
Please don't arrest her.
With both women in custody, the officers struggle to process the horror they've just witnessed.
No, stay, hey, no. Calm down. Calm down, relax. Back up. Have her sit down. Sit down. Sit down. I know. Relax.
Excuse me.
You relax.
BB, just relax, BB.
Keep your mouth closed. Hey, get over there with her. Put your mask on. Put your mask on. All right. Put your mask on. Mask up.
We're under arrest.
Gloves, everything.
Okay. Everybody should have gloves and a mask on.
Man, yo. What's in there, bro? It's a baby, yo. Come on. Please. Relax, bro. I need you to breathe. Good instance. Okay. I need you to breathe, okay? I'm good. Be quiet. This is not a game. No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not going to. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're not going to take that route. We're not going to take that route. You're going to sit here and we're going to wait. We're going to get to that point. But don't you say another word. Don't you say another word. Thompson, are you okay? I'm good. Are you sure?
He's not okay.
I'm good. I didn't ask you to talk.
No, just let him.
I'm not asking you to talk to him.
Can I please take this on my own? She don't have anything to do.
Just stop. For your sake, stop.
Chase you. I'm giving you a...
Regain his composure, but the emotional aftershock is hard to contain.
Oh Allah, I seek thy refuge in you from the whisperings of an accursed devil who whispers into the hearts of men.
Can I talk to you for a second?
No. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Please, I'm not ready.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
Excuse me.
Wait.
Stop.
Make sure.
Go take a break. Go over there. Go ahead. Be good.
Excuse me.
Where?
Excuse me.
Ma'am, be quiet.
Be quiet.
Stop talking. We'll talk to you when we need to.
Please be
Enough's
quiet.
enough.
Bruh, I'm scared to look. And I ain't,
Please be
and I ain't
quiet.
scared.
Just turn around.
Okay.
So what are you guys taking me from?
Oh no.
Get her out of here. Get her out of here.
Get up. Get up.
No.
More officers begin to arrive and can only guess at what has the other officers in such a sickened state.
I'm gonna say pepper spray happened.
No. It's a that baby in that bag.
Oh, what? Hey, come back. It looks like a kid that's curled up in there.
I don't want to look, man.
Nope. Just wait.
Hold up for a minute. Something just happened there.
My heart
Yeah.
is fucking racing, dude.
So I seen that the other night when I was laying down at the end of the night scrolling, and I liked what I saw though with the cops though. Like, remember, it reminded me with the plane crash with the fireman. Like the one guy like came over to him, and then you see the cop praying and stuff like that, and like they all seemed like they were looking out though for each other. But how? Maybe because it's a female. I always say like, I don't. And the rest of the story, just to let the folks know, she was selling her ass, 2 dead babies, terrible.
They weren't even babies, bro.
I know they were 5. They were 5 and
7.
Yeah, toddlers.
They've been there so long they decompose and they thought they were baby. They were a 7-year-old and 5-year-old. They were her nieces and nephew.
Yeah, and then she started saying in the interrogation room, "Well, I watched them better than her." Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So her
like
the kid's mom gave up the kids to her sister because she couldn't take care of them, and then she was talking about how she fed them better and clothed them better. And I mean, it's sick, bro. That's
fed better, clothed them better, though. I mean, are you kidding me? When I saw that, Keith, I mean, immediately I thought of you, and I thought, you had an incident where you had to go to the car where the baby was dead. That was a baby, and just to put it in perspective. Now you got to understand when cops pulled you, those guys didn't get to go right home. I don't know, Keith. Like if like the one guy who was losing it there, if he was like, I need to take time.
Yeah,
now,
I mean, they could have definitely probably sent 1 or 2 of them home, but you can't send the whole fucking shift home. You've got a homicide scene now that you're going to sit at for 2, 3, 4 hours smelling that. The first one, just
my question is though, they still have to finish a shift and still do other stuff after that in the same day.
Yeah. Imagine like 10 minutes later, like, we got a domestic, you guys got to go take care of it. You're not in the right frame of mind to do that, bro. And that's when bad stuff happens. That's when you get to the door and you got a husband and wife arguing of who ate the last bowl of fucking Cheerios. And then the cop pops off and then he gets a complaint for being an asshole. But they don't know that he just came from seeing 2 dead kids wrapped up, one in a cooler and one in a bag at a car. You know what I mean? It's like you go tell people that anyway, but so sometimes when cops are having a bad day, they're just an asshole. But sometimes when cops are having a bad day, they just came from something like that and they have to keep working. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, that was just the other night when I watched it. I mean, that fucked me up just watching it. Like
I couldn't watch the whole thing the first time. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, they block it out. Like at least like you don't see though the children and stuff though. But I was just because they were building it up, and I didn't know what was going on. There was when they said a smell, I figured, all right, the dead body or whatever, and I thought maybe it was going to be not saying that would be a good thing or whatever, but I just figured, all right, something's going on here. Maybe one of her boyfriends or whatever. Did they hack him up because they was like she had him in a suitcase or something? So I'm just watching, and then all of a sudden the cops just lost it, and then he's like dead to the 2 dead toddlers. They said no baby. That's so confusing, but you're right. It was 7 and 5, a boy and girl. Who never had a chance, who never had a shot, and thank God though they got pulled over when they did.
That cop did a great job, dude.
Yeah.
We can get into the deceased kid I came across in Richmond, but that was a baby, and it wasn't. It had been hours, not like days. Those kids were in there for weeks, I think. But one of the first ones I went to at Reagan, the economy parking at the airport, you park there for a month or whatever, 2 months, however long.
Long-term parking.
Yeah. So there was I was an evidence technician for many years when I was on JTTF still for the PD. But so I got called in, and it was a Chevy Avalanche.
Yeah.
But the back of the Avalanche is a hardcover. And man, I tell you what, just entering the lot, I could smell it. And I really didn't know what it was because I've never really been on that kind of decomposition before. It's like rotten fruit and it's fucking gross, man. Even with, I got the whole Tyvek suit on. I got 2 big scoops of Vicks and shoved it up my nose and put a mask on, and you can still smell it. So we opened the back, and there was a guy back there. He was leaking out of the. It was in July. He was leaking out of the bottom of the truck. That's when somebody called. They're like, "This car smells and it's leaking." And what happened was, it was an adult, but he committed suicide. He made a bed back there, pillow, blanket. Drank a full cup of gin and sleeping pills, and just went to sleep. But he had been back there for weeks, and it wasn't until it got a real hot day that people called us. But yeah, so I had to go up and break the window. We opened it and stuff, and it was.
So the baby, I'm hearing you right. The baby was, and what's going on, Gucci, and everyone in the chat. We'll get to in a second. Thank you for being here. So the baby was dead inside the normal part of the car, and he was in the trunk.
No, this is a complete separate incident.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yes, this is what I'm getting at is the smell, man. It's like that officer did a great job because he knew. He even told the other guy before they found it. He goes, "It smells like death. It smells like a death. Like that's a very distinct smell, man.
Yeah,
it's not a rat. It's very distinct. So, but yeah, long story short, this guy, he was going to fly out, kill his ex-wife, and then kill himself, but he decided to just take himself out. He had left a note and everything, but it's a very distinct smell. That cop did a great job by persisting that she opens that shit. He did a great job. But man, I tell you, it's like there are going to be some messed up that I hope they got those cops help. And I'm actually, since I'm close to Baltimore, today I wrote their Pierceport an email because I'm like, did y'all get him help? Like, this is what I do. I just want to know how those guys are doing because I can tell you right now that I bet half that shift went home and got absolutely destroyed on alcohol.
Oh my God.
Yep.
And that's where the whole addiction angle though comes in though, man, where, and I get it, man. I absolutely get it. I was an addict just from regular life, but put regular life on top of what you guys are seeing. It's just when it comes to babies and that shit, man, and kids, that was a tough watch.
Yeah.
And,
how they didn't beat the shit out of her, I don't know. In my case with the baby.
And she's telling the cops, she's like, he's not all right. He's like, she's trying to control the cops. I'm like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. I don't care what anyone says out there with the gender, whatever the fuck. You do that to a kid, I'll punt your fucking face off. I don't care if you have a twat. I don't care.
That's the same thing as a pedo to me, man.
Yeah.
You're hurting a child. But you're right, man. Those kids, They didn't have a chance from jump, dude. Not a chance in hell. There's so many kids like that, dude. It's horrible.
Oh, this is one out of how many incidents too that we never even found out about. I'm talking about people that probably got away too. You got to add up all that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just one incident compared
I mean,
to
yeah,
everything.
honestly, you throw that in a dumpster, nobody's gonna. I mean,
yeah.
Who finds out? But
yeah, and
it's sad, man. That video, it got my heart racing. Just watching it again, man, my heart was freaking pounding, dude.
Oh, I did. That's why I sent it to you though immediately. Matt, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Roll the bones. Chris, thank you for being here. Appreciate the support. You're always throwing me and Keith. He loves what we're doing, Keith.
Yeah, I checked out a couple of his shows today, man. They were awesome. Or last night, after y'all's live, I went on his YouTube channel and checked out a bunch of stuff. Subscribed, of course.
Nice.
But yeah, dude,
he's doing a lot of good stuff too.
He does put a lot of good stuff up there.
He'll talk to some
great people, great guests.
Yeah, like he'll talk to Greg Scarpa, a little bit of the mob, but then he also touches on the child predator shit and all that stuff that's going on out there, and then a little bit of everything. And then he rolls with me on Monday just for a live, to talk about Ozfest and Ozzy Osbourne on the other channel. But great work, Chris, on everything you're doing, buddy. And little inside joke, close your closet, will you? He's like, I don't give a fuck. The background yesterday when he turned on the light, you had to be there. It was funny. I know you were on duty. Were you on duty yesterday when you were listening?
Yeah, I didn't get off till midnight.
Gotcha.
And then I was on call till 2. That's why I had to jump off. It ended up getting a little bit busy last night. But
yeah, what's going on, Jordan?
Sneaking in some. What's that stuff? Weight loss, Ozempic.
Yeah.
People are buying it in Mexico, and it's not really. It's crazy. Anyway, it was a long night, but
yeah,
y'all. The part of I think I caught the first 30 minutes. I think of y'all show. It was a good show, man.
Yeah, no, we just have fun. It's like Chris was even saying, it's just like back in the day, like when you're around a campfire, just bullshitting about music. That's all we do. It's fun. Just, we talk shit and we have a good time and we just, remember Ozzy and Ozfest and all the good stuff. Gucci Boomer. What is going on? Gucci and Carmine will be a guest on this show soon. We're just going to be getting that scheduled up. If you guys know Carmine, sweetheart of a guy, and I'm sure all of these out there know Gucci Boomer. Gucci's the man. Thanks.
Having a bad day at work, I just hit up Gucci on Instagram and laugh and watch the videos, dude. They're priceless.
No, Gucci's the dude. Did you see the one though he did the other day? He goes, so someone was talking something in this to this effect. He's like, he sent me on his Cadillac. And he's like, so some fucking hater though was talking some shit. So I wrote a song for him, and he had a harmonica, and he goes, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
Oh, I was rolling. That
was funny.
He don't give a fuck. I know he don't care. And fucking Gooch, we love you. There he is. Thanks for being here, buddy. And also Matt said, and Jordan, what's up, my man? My God, I can't imagine what the officers had to see a process. Well, you heard the one cop going, I don't want to look. I don't want to look. That's a question I had for you, Keith. They have to, though, right? Like, because no, as long as someone sees, because it's okay.
So, yeah, if like the first officer sees it, and I mean, usually cops are sick not sick in the head, but you're curious. So a lot of times they want to go see it. You want to see what's going on. And then sometimes you're like, I wish I didn't see that. But no, as long as somebody sees it, they called like the homicide units. Now, everybody in the investigative side probably has to see it because they've got to process it all and everything. But, when it got 4, 5, 6 people and they're like, what is it? And they said, it was a dead kid in there. And the guy's like, I don't want to see it. Yeah, you don't have to see that stuff. You're basically there just to support the first few people and the investigation, but yeah, you don't have to go look at it. And there was, dude, I'll tell you what, there were several that I didn't care to look at, man, especially like accidents. You go up and they said, we need more officers to work this fatal car wreck. I'll get up there. And I'm like, what do you need? And I won't even, the car, I'm just not going to look in there anymore, man. My curiosity has been, that itch has been scratched. I don't need to see any more of that crap, unless I have to.
it's like that, like you're like that hesitant type. Like there's some stuff like I see some people get squirrely over. I don't like, meaning like if I see someone like get their arm broken or whatever, that stuff doesn't bother me. But like dead kids, I you know what I mean? Like I don't even know. Like you said it earlier on the phone to me too. Like and I think you already said it on the show. You don't know how they didn't just like pummel her. Did you hear that cop though at the beginning? He's like, I'm so fucking bad. Like he was out of his mind.
He punched that sign. Like he punched a sign because he probably wanted to punch her head off and knew that he couldn't do that.
Guys on the job can't cover their eyes. That true?
I mean,
because they're on a scene. You know what I mean?
If you're the initial two people investigating it, you're going to see it because you're figuring out what's going on. But if you're the
when backup arrives, they don't.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah.
Got it. But the initial ones that actually pull over and are there, they have to check out the scene because it's their scene. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's a homicide.
And you're going to testify, so you need to know what happened.
Yeah. You know? At least the one cop took control. That guy was a boss, man. When he was like, mask up, gloves up, then he checked on the guy. He's like, you all right? Just stay here. Then how about the one cop, man, when he's praying to Allah? Like he's just like, he walks away, like, damn, man. Like a lot of people just take they take it for granted though, man. Like, with the whole, like, fuck the police, fuck this and that though. Yeah, there's asshole ones, but you know what though? I could point at every fucking different fucking building in the world, a different business, and there's assholes in there too. Yeah. There's a few rotten apples everywhere. But if you can't respect though like that, I mean, Jesus. I don't know. But it's just unbelievable, man, what you guys got to go through. And now I see why the suicide rate with cops and all that, isn't it most deaths by cop, even like after they're retired, if we're counting the retirees too, is by suicide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That the cop suicide outnumbers line of duty deaths by far. And like I said, even the retired ones, you can't really count those, So like if I retire and I move to North Carolina and I end up taking myself out, cops they didn't know I was a cop. So it's just going to go in the stats as just
a regular. So yeah,
the number of retired people doing it is probably astronomical. There's just no way to tell,
Yeah. I mean, it's that. I mean, it's got to be. I mean, just that after effect. I mean, and then that's. I mean, clear as day, you see why a lot of them become alcoholics and addicts and stuff like that. But like you said in our first interview, and like that scene was, I believe, from 2021. It definitely got better. Like meaning like where the cops look out for each other, and it's not all like you got to hide everything in. Like if you're really hurting now, you could at least express yourself.
And from what I hear, I think Baltimore has a really good program now where I think I don't know if this is 100% accurate. I think after something like that or a major incident, I think everyone has to go at least get evaluated mental health wise before coming back. I know they had something like that, or the department pays for everything. They have something that they started a couple years ago, and it might have been because of this. I'll have to look into it a little more. But Baltimore's, I think they're pretty good about. I mean, Baltimore's
tough.
It's a rough city, bro.
Tough, man. Rough city.
But like, I think with this situation that we just watched will be a little different. But like the baby that was in the hot car that passed away that I worked. It's you start going home. And you're like, well, what if I patrolled that area more? Could I have gotten to it soon? You start second guessing everything, and it just drives your head freaking nuts.
Yeah. No, I mean, I couldn't even imagine, man. Regular like job type work shit, is stressful in a way, but going to do that, like meaning like a lot of jobs out there, like, you wake up, what you're going to, whether you have to hit a certain quota if you're in sales, whether you work in a warehouse, a forklift, and you got to stack boxes, whether you got whatever you do, but with your job, every single day, you just don't know if it could possibly be like your last day or if you're putting someone down.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Yeah. Or if you're going to come across something like that, man, you could have been having a great night, happy as can be, and then all of a sudden it just flips. And that, I mean, it takes a toll physically and mentally, man. It's just, it wears you out. And it gets to the point where you're always in the yellow. You're never in the green. You sometimes go from yellow to red, but you never really go yellow to green anymore. And that's at home, everywhere. You just, that's your body's normal now. And it's not
like Kevin called it though. I think Kevin Donaldson said like a quiet night. Like, that's one thing that you don't want to say.
Yeah.
And here's his book here too, man. You Are Crazy from Kevin Donaldson. Check that out on Amazon.
Great book.
And Detective Chris Anderson and Kevin Donaldson are changing the narrative of mental health within the law enforcement community. And and I remember he was in the squad car too, and he's like, the one thing you don't want to say is it's a quiet night. And that's the thing, man. Like, if I was, me and you were in a car, we're working a shift together. We're just breaking balls, like while we're watching whatever, I'm sure because there's camaraderie and stuff. And then you just get that call, man. And just, I mean, it's tough, man. I don't think you guys get paid enough. I don't think you get, I think, compared to the shit that you guys see, it's the same thing with firefighters in New York City or everywhere. All first responders are the real true heroes out there, man. Like they really are. And, it's just, that video, man, fucked me up, man. I mean, it fucked me up. But I couldn't, it doesn't mean I'm a sicko. I couldn't stop watching because I wanted to see what happened. Like, the one lady, they let her go. Like she did have mental problems and didn't know anything, I guess. But the other one was like, I'm selling my ass and blah, blah, blah. And then they're showing her pictures and she's like, yeah, but I took care of her better than them. Well, they were still alive when when they were with whoever was them. So obviously not. And to just stuff them into your car like.
But you're driving around with that for weeks, dude.
And dude, how about when she was at the police station? They had to start spraying everying because of her scent.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it gets on you, man.
Yeah. I remember, Keith. So my leg, which was like this, and I didn't know after my first surgery during COVID, I thought it was already stitched up, and I started peeling down. And all of a sudden I saw the hole, but the smell inside was just, whoa, like, you know what I mean? And that's not even dead body, like yet type shit. And like you said, the guy leaking in the trunk, like he was literally leaking.
Yeah. I got all the pictures. I mean, he was there for so long. It's weird because like, how like you get a rubber glove, you blow it and it blows up.
Yeah.
Like his hands were like that.
Yeah.
And he had, I mean, it's going to sound gross, but whatever, it's the truth. He had no eyes. And he literally had like a train of maggots like going through his eye, out his nose, in his mouth. And then when the ME came to move him, he popped and just,
man.
You know what's crazy? When they got a hold of the ex-wife, all she cared about was, does she get the truck?
The people are such fucking scum.
It's crazy that you would want that truck, man. I mean, I don't know if you can wash that out,
I don't care. People are fucking are so like I'm not saying I'm the greatest guy, but some people are just fucking deplorable. I mean,
just like law enforcement, I'm not going to say his name, but that guy was a Marine. Military guys are all the stuff they had to see and go through over there with.
Oh my God!
Bodies laying around for however long, and I mean, that's why
suicide kid bombers, little kids blowing themselves up too. That's insane. Kamikaze style, like they're sending kids out there, and yeah, man. I mean, like people see it and they watch it, and you hear it on the news and stuff. But what I try to do is I try to stop and try as hard as I could to really put myself in, even though it's impossible to really put yourself in your shoes and stuff like that. But I'm not someone that just hears about it, goes, oh yeah, this many soldiers were killed or with that many. No, man, that's fucking, it's terrible. It's fucking tough, man. It's fucking tough.
Yeah. After watching,
did you ever have an incident where you were like, this, I don't want this job because it was too rough?
What's that?
Did you ever have an incident where you're like, I don't know if I want this job because it was too rough? Like in the beginning times?
I wanted to do the job. I never wanted to quit. I questioned, especially after the kid got hit by the 18-wheeler that I was arresting. I was wondering what was wrong with me if I had the balls to do it. because everybody else, it didn't seem like they bother them until, years and years and years later talking to people. It's like, no, everybody's bothered by this. Nobody just talks about it at all. And then even watching that video, man, my wife said to me the next day, she goes, "You were yelling in your sleep last night." I was like, probably. I mean,
yeah.
So
just from watching that video, and you actually know, I mean, firsthand witnessed stuff similar.
But yeah, and it's like I wasn't there. I didn't see it, but watching the video, like I could smell that smell again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Brought you back.
I can really envision what those guys had to see, man. I don't wish that upon nobody, man. That stuff, it's just it's etched in their life forever. There's no erasing that. Like I said, one of the best things that helped me was EMDR. EMDR helps with those kinds of things because it helps you process it. But I mean, it's there for, like, it doesn't. I still have nightmares and stuff, but they're not as frequent as they used to be. You know what I mean? But I'll still watch something and.
So the EMDR, even though you hate while you're doing it, because you have to be courageous. Like, you really have to look into yourself and look into all those props and process them all. But it definitely it does help. Like, it's almost like see, I go back to the anecdote thing. Like, you remember, like, if you're dope sick and, like, you take a Suboxone or something so you feel a little bit better or whatever. Like, I don't know. Does it see where my mind's at? But I'm saying, I'm trying to think of a better analogy. But EMDR, like, it does. What's the right word I'm looking for? Like, it makes you a little more calmer than what you were afterwards. Like, it's a therapeutic.
Yeah. So, when you have an incident like that, you want to forget it. So you push that shit down. And then when you see or smell something, that opens back up and it floods your everything. And it makes you process it. So you have to talk about it. So your brain's actually processing what happened now instead of just shoving it down. So when it does come up, it doesn't completely flood you with like that oh shit feeling. It still sucks. You still have nightmares and stuff like that, but it's on the intense level. What used to be a 10 is like a 3 maybe, but it's still there. It's going to be there forever, but it's not overwhelming like it used to be. You know what I mean?
Bringing it down those 7 points from 10 to a 3, I mean, it's definitely, because you're just, when you're just walking around with that hurt, and so many, I think times are changing now, but like we both grew up that way. Like, you got to hold in the toughness. You can't act out. You can't show emotion, this or that. That was like your whole story until you finally came out and opened up by. Man, like, that's just so dangerous if you don't open up. Like, I think that's the most dangerous thing you can do is try to bottle up all that shit, because you know what's going to happen. You're going to fucking take it out on someone else or yourself, or, and hurt someone else or yourself. And there's no shame. And that's what this show is basically always about, is trying to let people know there's no shame in opening up. Whatever's bothering you, it's okay. Open up, talk about it. If you need anyone to talk to, reach out to people, reach out to us. Like, we're here, and damn, man, it's tough. All right, what do we got, Matt? Did you guys see the Russian soldier hand-to-hand combat? Yeah, that fucking video. Whew. And then he gets interviewed afterward, and he's like, I didn't want to do it. Like, he's like, he just had to do what he had to do to survive. So he hand-to-hand with Ukrainian soldier, and then the Russian soldier, kill. I don't know if you're talking about the same one. But then are you talking about the one that then when the other 3 came and he killed them too? And then they interview him, and he didn't want to do that shit, especially over there in that war. I mean, they don't want to even be fighting each other, meaning the soldiers. You know what I mean? That's just more like, you have to do this. Like, they don't want to fucking be fighting each other over there. And
but with this kind of shit, man, it's how do you? Sometimes you still have to work and stuff, but how do you explain that when you get home? You know what I mean? Like, you come home, you got kids doing this, the wife needs this done, all that stuff. I mean, how do you explain that? You can't, it's something. So what we do is we don't say anything, and then we just blow up, dude. I mean, on anything.
Yeah.
You do this and it's just like, you know what I mean? And that's what I used to do all the time, man. I'd have something like that happen or whatever, something that bothered me, and I'd come home and the real victims are them. They're just at home, dude. They didn't ask me. They didn't ask me to be a cop. You know what I mean? I come home and just fucking.
But does your wife have? I don't want to get too personal though, if you don't mind. But does your wife have like that understanding of like, could you talk to your wife about stuff, or are you more like, you know, you go out and talk to therapy? Like she rather you go out and talk about it.
Yeah. So when I was working in Richmond, and I worked 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and I was in my 20s, man, and you know, it was car chases and gunfights and foot chases. I'd come home and I'd be like, "You never guess what I did." I mean, and she told me, she said, she told me, she goes, "I don't want to hear it." She said, "I worry enough. I don't need to know details of that stuff." So I just never did, man. And that was bad too, because now the communication isn't there. So, I mean, now, man, you know, we're doing better than ever, and I love it. And it's all about communicating, dude. It's, you know,
everything's communication.
It's just, even if it's a text message. I had a really fucked up day. I don't want to, just leave me alone for an hour when I get home. Let me get, you know what I'm saying?
She understands that. She understands that. She understands. Like, basically, my question was like, she understands the job, like meaning like she knows what you see.
Yeah.
You know, so that's good. That's great.
Really know like the details of a certain caller that you go on or something like that, but she's well aware of what comes home after a really bad day, for sure. And a lot of times, you know, it's like some people that are married, they get home and their spouse wants the X version. Some people want the rated R version, and some people want the G version. And she likes the G version, you know. Had a car accident, a bunch of dead people. I'm gonna need some time, and that's all, you know.
I don't blame her though. I don't blame her though.
Not descriptors or none of that stuff. So,
but at least though, she's like, you know, she understands that you need your time. That's beautiful. You know, I mean, like, it's not like, you know, she don't want to hear all the gory details and all that type of stuff. And I don't blame her at all on that. It's just great though that you guys don't have that understanding of like when you see something crazy, or if it was one of those days that you could be like, listen, I need to be alone for an hour. She gives you your space, you do your thing. And like you just said, communication is everything. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then, you know, it comes down an hour and it's like, are you good? And it's either yes, what do we got to do around here? Or it's like, just give me a little more. I'll come up when.
Yeah. You know, so that's a beautiful thing too, man. She, you know, after your addiction, everything, she stayed with you, man. You got a good woman there, man. Good wife, man.
It is, because, you know, especially the amount of shit I put people through, especially her, I'd say 99% people would not have stuck around for that mess. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying though. I mean, you got a special one there, man. Like, you know, and especially because she's not an addict or anything like that, and she stayed though behind you, and you know, I always see the pictures of you guys out, always smiling, having a good time, and all that, and that's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing though to have, especially when she understands again, you know, and space. You got to give each other some space. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But you know, it took. I mean, what? So I just hit 7. It took a lot of work to get to where we are right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just this past year was probably one of the, you know, we just had an amazing summer, dude. And our kids are older. We can actually go out and do stuff. The biggest thing was, I think, not that you guys asked to hear all this shit, but I think the biggest thing was, like when the kids were younger, we never did anything together, just us. It was always either you go this and I'll watch the kids, or everybody together. And that in hindsight was bad. Like, you got to keep the date nights without, you know what I mean?
Exactly. You know, keep it.
Now that our kids are older, dude, it's great, man. We had a blast this summer. It was awesome.
Keith, can you only stuff that shit down for so long with the drinking and the drugs? Keith, you can. I thought you were asking a question. Keith, you can only stuff that. Well, with the drinking and the drugs, just make it worse. Yes, it might stuff it down, but then when you run out of the drink and the drugs, you got that on top of you with the fucking sickness and addiction going on top of everything else. Yeah, that's a temporary problem. That's a temporary fix. I mean,
yep.
And that's only going to put you into a lot, you know. And Keith's been through it, and stepped up and talked to Jen, and got the help he needed, and We need more people like you, man, though, being honest and coming on here. Because, I mean, you're very transparent, and I think it's a good thing.
Well, going back to, like, the wife thing, dude, like, if it wasn't for that, I probably I'd be probably fired and dead using, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of people don't have that support system, so they never even ask for it because they're like, fuck it, I'm by myself now, so I might as well just go down the road of destruction. So I try to tell people, like, it, you know, even if you don't have the support, I try to be this, you know, I try to tell cops we need to be the support system for each other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, God was watching over me with my situation.
I mean,
yeah,
absolutely, man, absolutely, 100%. I'll be home at the. I just had to check something tomorrow for Jersey, but yeah, man. I mean, it's just that's the thing, though, man. Like, that's just it's just the crazy first responders. I think have the crazy veterans. I mean, it's just the craziest job in the world. Like, here's what, and I know I always say, but this is what blows my mind is like every morning, man, when you get up, man, to suit up, it's like. Yeah, of course you have light days that are great, and I'm sure the camaraderie with the guys, you know, you had a good, maybe easy day in this and that, but that could all end just like fucking that, man. And your job is basically policing, obviously, but making like whatever people are out there doing and stuff like that. Like one little incident just could just change your whole fucking life.
Yeah.
I mean, it happened to a lot of people.
I got home in January. I got home at 4:00. Had a snack, was laying on the couch taking a nap, and I wasn't even at work. And then the next thing you know, a couple hours later, I'm at a fucking plane crash, fishing people out of the river. And then for the next 2 weeks, it's just utter chaos. But no, you're laying on the couch watching TV, chilling, and then boom, it just pops off.
Was that plane crash with the Olympic skaters you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That wasn't even that long ago either. Oh, so you were home on that, and then like you were basically like on call. Like,
yeah, my day was over, man. I was off work, and
that's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
And that's before though me and you though met too. And I remember though, man, my mother was like so upset, crying like about that and all that, watching that because she watches the ice skaters and stuff. And there was other people. I don't want to just. I hate labeling it the Olympic, but it just that's what it. There was other people as well on the plane, correct?
Yeah. There was,
but like you would see the teddy bears and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, and
the
they just came back from the ice skating thing, so you got like, they're like the VIP necklaces and stuff. It's got names on it and skates that are this big, and
and the partials and stuff. Like, did you say like if you found like an arm, that's evidence? Like you got to put in the evidence. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I mean,
people from the waist down, people from the waist up, stuff like that.
Yeah, cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy, man. That is fucking crazy. You're just chilling on the couch. You're already done with your day. Bing, boom, and then you go there, and then not to mention, I know there was many other incidents with the Navy Yard. First thing you see, the dead security guard. You step over him, and then you got to go in there. That's fucking crazy.
And that's like that one is like
talk shit though. I want to know how many people had the balls to just roll up in there like that, man. You did. That takes a special someone. Because a lot of people be like, I'm not getting paid enough for this bullshit. You know what I mean?
When we were trying to get a team to go in right when we got there was, a handful of people that were like, oh, I've got the perimeter. Why? Okay. I remember this one lady, it was probably like going out and coming in and getting people out. I think it was like a third or fourth time, probably a third time. We were trying to take an EMS crew in there with us. It's like 2 cops, EMS, and then a couple cops. And man, this one lady was just panicking. I said, ma'am, I mean, we were at this point, we knew the guy was down anyway, but we were, we weren't 100% sure there wasn't a second guy. But yeah, man, some of them guys and girls are going in there too,
Yeah, man, it's fucking tough though, man. I mean, those are just some of the scenes. I mean, I don't want to keep like bringing up like certain scenes though, T. I mean, I know,
it's fine, bro. That's why I'm here, man. Let's bring up whatever you want. That's why I'm here. You know what I mean? Yeah, it doesn't help anybody unless you get in the weeds of the shit, So
what would you honestly say that was probably the worst thing that you ever seen on line of duty?
Baby in the car.
Yeah, hands down.
Yep.
What was that situation? Are you allowed to talk about it or no?
Yeah. It was. We got a call for a car accident. A car hit a house, and we get there, and it wasn't really. The car was left in drive, so it bumped the house, but it wasn't like an accident. And you look in the back of the car. You look in the car, and nobody's in there. And in the back seat was a baby. Windows rolled up, car turned off. Summer, and it's. I mean, I don't know how graphic people want to get you, but you can already tell that the baby had been there a while. So what?
Did they leave? Like it was an accident and they left?
No, mom got home with her dope and went inside and shut up and passed out. Forgot her baby in there.
Yeah. I mean, I witnessed a lot of, people going up to certain areas, like, bringing their kids. There was one time someone called me, will you watch my kid while I go up there back in the day? Yeah. But man, that's what drugs do to you, man. That's what they fucking do to you.
And it's like, thinking back on it now and how pissed I was and stuff like that. It's like, it's not that I make excuses, but I now that I've gone down that road, I know exactly what she was thinking, man. She was just like that. She didn't want to kill her kid, but the dope just took over, man. And she went in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little too much, and that was it.
Passed it down. She didn't die though, right? She just passed out from the drugs.
Yeah, and she was alive.
Yeah, so she's nodded out, boomed out, and then the kid's out there in the heat, and god damn. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get though much worse though than that, though, man. And I'm sure, and and the plane crash that you. I mean, that's man. And then that whole story, man. But that's like in that video we just showed, like when the one cop came over to him, you all right? You all right? Immediately I thought of you with that fireman when he was like this, with not holding anything. And that like immediately is what, that video is what that to me to you.
It's like, first responders have dark humor. We love to bust balls. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's not saying that dude is, not a good firefighter or doesn't have the balls. It's just he got overwhelmed, and that's what happened.
Hey, Brett from NYC Crime Spot's got a good question here. Manslaughter, negligent homicide on her part or no?
I'm not 100% sure because, detectives came in and all that stuff. And I don't know exactly what charge. It was one of those negligent homicide, manslaughter. I'm not sure. I got to step here. My plug's not working. I need to go plug this thing in. I'll be here 2 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy. You're good. Bring you back right in a second. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing though, guys. Like, I see shit on the news, or I see, I see like a lot of like whatever though type shit. But I mean, these guys you got to give them, all the respect in the world. A lot of people out there glorifying though gangsters and bad guys and this and that and stuff like that. But it's just our world, I think, has it backwards, honestly. And I'm a true crime guy, and I know a lot of gangsters. But my point being though is, I think the world's got it backwards on who we glorify. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. I mean,
I think Brett would agree with that though too, because he's the same way. He's like, he doesn't, he does crime in New York City, and he also has like a show with Frank Federlino. Frank Federlino. Sorry, I always get his name wrong, but I just learned it's Frank Federlino. And he belonged like with the bananas and stuff like that. And that's just more like interest stuff and interesting type stuff. But he's the one that's always like breaking Sammy the Bull and Michael Francese's balls, like saying, oh yeah, we never extorted or hurt anyone. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, get with the bullshit. Like, he's already dying laughing. No, probably at the way I said, you probably wish you had that real Brett. You actually could screen record that for your new intro with Frank's name. But it's Frank Federlino. And I like Frank. And but what I'm trying to say is, like, the world has it backwards on who we glorify. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, with like just what's going on now, and not to get into politics stuff, because either you like one side or you don't. But
you could, dude, on this channel. Fuck it, I don't care. Bring it.
They flooded DC with all these federal agents and stuff. Everybody's complaining, like, take over this, take over that. DC just hit 12 days with not one homicide, man. They don't usually go 2 days without a homicide. So I'm like, I don't care what they're doing, dude. That's 12 people. You know, that's a 7 or 8 year old that didn't get a stray bullet playing in her
wait, what do you mean, no, political, though? What do you mean? That's a good thing, though, right?
I mean, I do. I think it's a good thing. But a lot of people think that, you know, the administration is becoming Nazis and sending their troops out into the city and do, you know, just stuff, that kind of stuff, you know, like this is the beginning of our rights getting taken away and all this other stuff. But DC has gotten awful, man. Their carjackings since they stopped, like, changed some laws, went up 1,200% last year. 1,200. People were getting carjacked all over the place last year.
DC is no fucking joke, man.
No. So, I mean, you got 12 days now. It's like a record for the past 10 years. They've never gone 12 days without a freaking.
In the past decade, they haven't gone 12.
Something like that. Yeah, it's been close.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm still a little confused, though, Keith. So what, people are bitching or something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What are they bitching about?
They're bitching that because what they did was they took a bunch of federal people and put them in the city. So talking to some of my old friends at the FBI office, you know, they're like, each agent has to do X amount of time just walking around patrolling and stuff. And it's not really their job. Like, that's not a federal job. But
yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know, man.
Oh, well, people don't like that they're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
There's protests of we're taking back our city all the time from the federal agents that are looking for illegal people or whatever.
Oh, you're talking about ICE.
Well, I think it's looking for all crime now because they've got ICE, ATF, they got all of them out in the city.
Yeah.
They've mobilized everyone. And they mobilized some National Guard people out there too. And they just think it's everybody's calling it like a Nazi takeover of DC.
Dude, that's almost like, you know what, though? That's fucking, when you say Nazi, when anyone says Nazi, you're disrespecting the Jewish people so fucking bad. Because look what they actually really fucking did. Lined up in gas chambers, going to this and that. And so whenever those people say Nazi takeover, you know, if you want to say what you want to say, find a different fucking word. But Nazi, give me a fucking break. I mean, God. It's just, I mean, it is. It's disrespectful, though, to the actual people, though, that had to fucking deal with that regime, with the Nazi regime. And, with Dr. Mengele and fucking, like, are you kidding me? When they're experimenting, cutting up kids and like, while they're like, yeah, Nazis. Because you know why? Because they live in America and they never fucking really decide. Fuck, this is getting me. I'm getting mad now because they didn't fucking see like they didn't see like fucking bad fucking shit. So they go Nazi, because I'm a pampered little fuck and fucking this and that. Fuck you. You're fucking Nazi. Fucking cry baby Tyria, not criteria. Fuck you. And I'm not even talking about Trump. I'm not even talking about anyone for that. I'm just saying in general, because I'm in the middle, man. I don't know. I just want everyone to be themselves and have a good time and blah, blah, blah. But enough with the Nazi bullshit. I mean, what those people went through, that just fires me up. Nazi. But I grew up in a fucking $50 fucking million home with mommy and daddy, but I'm going to type Nazi, you fucking faggot. Sorry, Keith. I'm fucking getting pissed off. Like I really am. Take over for a second. Take over.
Not. So, yeah. No, Matt, I think they actually said they wanted to go to Chicago next because I saw on the news like the Chicago
crybaby fucks. Go ahead. Sorry.
The Chicago mayor got up there and told them they don't want him in their city or something like that. But so you know, I mean, I can kind of see. I try to look at both sides, not the Nazi shit. I kind of look at both sides. Like, you're utilizing a lot of federal people that could be doing their regular investigations because that's really not. A lot of these Fed people don't. It's different. It's investigations. You know what I mean? Yeah. So to put them out there like that, when they've never really experienced street work, I get it. It's kind of dangerous for some of them to be out there, man. You know what I mean? But if my kid was one of the 12 people that didn't get killed because of that, it's, you know what I mean? I'm for it. So I can see both sides of both sides of the coin. And that's the problem. That's that's the problem with the way this country is now and social media news and everything. Everybody says you have to take side, and it's fucking bullshit. You know what I mean?
I'm not laughing at you, dude. I'm just laughing at Brett because he's so witty. I'm sorry, buddy, but he wrote Loomis flipping out. I did not see that coming.
Oh, that's funny. He's a writer.
Oh, he is. He's so smart, dude. He's fucking brilliant. But and he does fucking great impressions too.
All right. Just because the Nazi thing came up, I've got to tell you this story. When we were investigating white supremacy stuff, in the FBI, my partner started a case, and it was a skinhead guy, and he had like the Nike swoosh, and it says Nike. It had the swoosh, and it said Nazi, and I think that's one of the only Nazis that got a SWAT team kicking down his door for a copyright infringement crime.
What?
You can't use the Nike swoosh without their permission. Say Nazi above it.
No, I know, but I'm not saying like defending them. I'm saying like this really happened.
Yeah, I got the shirt.
What a world! What a world!
But sometimes you just got to get the bad guys whichever way you can, and copyright infringement was a good one. So.
Yeah, no, fucking A. I just can't believe that, man. And that's no more like, you're talking about, I mean, you got one of them down, the guy that was trying to get the automatic on his AK to fucking, because he always thought, what was it called? The racial holy war was coming or something like that. All that bullshit. I just don't get that. That's why I get, that's what I get passionate about. Like, like that whole racial, I don't get it. Like, I know this is cliche saying though, but I mean, you're either an asshole or you're not. Like, I don't care. And if you want to fucking touch pussy, that's great. If you want to touch pee-pee, that's great. I mean, I do my own thing. That's whatever. That's why, like, I was being honest. I'm in the, but like these little rich fucking entitled brats.
Yeah.
No,
it's usually that's who it usually is. Usually.
Yeah.
The loudest ones are the people that have never experienced any of that stuff in their entire life.
Had no hardship at all in their life or anything, or had to overcome, because they fucking, they're like the hippies who go to the concerts, but they're driving mommy's BMW. Let's save the fucking ozone layer. But you're okay. Like, I don't even know what I'm talking about now. That Nazi shit got me fired up.
It's crazy, man, because you look back to the 80s when we grew up.
Yeah.
Everybody played. You didn't even hear about this stuff. Everybody just played with everybody, man.
That's it.
It wasn't until social media freaking.
Well, everyone has a voice now.
Bullshit.
That's the thing. Everyone in the world has a voice now, and I'm not saying that I should have one, but I don't abuse it. Like, people just type away. I'm not talking about people like content creators like us and stuff, and like Brett and others out there. My point being though is, just everyone though could just type whatever and say whatever at the computer balls behind the, and they all have like a voice. And I just I wish Gucci was still on, because I know he had to run somewhere. He told me earlier, but well, you see his videos about that shit. But everyone, think about it. Everyone has a voice now, and when everyone has a voice, they're gonna abuse it. And I try telling people this. Chris knows this from Roll the Bones. Whenever someone comes on and is trying to antagonize or whatever, they want you, even if you make them look bad, because they vicariously live through it. They vicariously live through YouTube. Like, you can make them look bad, but they'll be like, yeah, he brought up my name. Yeah. Like,
that's what
people, man.
You know what, Loomis? I used to take that bait, man. When I was younger, I used to take that bait all day. And now it's just, I think, did I tell you the story about the guy in the gas station that started videotaping me?
No.
I'm waiting at the gas station. It's like 5:30 in the morning, bro. I wanted a cup of coffee. And my hands are like on my belt, because that's where it's comfortable. It's just sitting there. And I see this guy take his phone out, and I see him put it on his camera. He hits record. He's the person. I'm right behind him. And he turns around and he's like, he looks at me. He goes, "Do black people scare you?" I was like, "What?" He goes, "Does black people?" I was like, "What are you talking about, dude?" He goes, "Why you got your hand on your gun?" I said, "But I'm literally just standing here." But he's just trying. He wants a video.
You mean like you're just standing up though, just like this?
Yeah. Yep.
I stand like that sometimes. Like, if I have jeans on, I'll just go like that.
Yeah.
Or
So-
by the best not are like this. You know what I mean? It's just like what's
So he's just trying to get me going, man. And I love it, dude, because now I was like, I said, sir, I'm just here trying to get a coffee. I can see you're going through something in life right now, and I'm gonna pray for you later. And he's like, what? I don't need you. I said, I know you don't need me to pray for you. I am gonna pray for you though. You know, I'm gonna pray for you and your family. Fuck you. I don't need you to. And then the camera goes off, dude. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But
that's
they want you to take the bait. That's why these damn cop videos of the First Amendment auditors crack me up, dude. How do you take it? It's been out there for
idiots.
so long. How do you just get them on the hook, dude?
And like the people are allowed to record there, like they're allowed to.
Yeah.
And like
they pick the spots they know they can, like post office. It doesn't say this is a government building. I can do what I want. He's like, no, you can't. Yes, you can, dude.
Yeah, you can. But why do they take that bait?
I'm sorry you didn't like it. It's not against the law, and go back to work. But people sit there and argue with you. I'll arrest you for, and then here we go with lawsuits. Some of these people make livings, like legit livings off lawsuits doing that. And I forget the one guy's name. He's super popular. He's big. He's one of the first ones that do it. He flipped it, man. And the dude's making a really good living now because he made so much money suing police departments that now he comes to police departments and teaches cops how not to get in that situation. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So he actually teaches cops how not to get in that situation. He flipped it. Wow. And that's his profession.
Good for you. But
no, but I watch those, Keith, and I'm always like, well, first off, the person that's doing it, it's like, obviously they're looking for that beef, but at the same time, they're not doing nothing illegal. And the cops or whoever at the building, like they should understand though, that they're allowed to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Dave? What's going on, buddy?
Well,
Long Island Audit, is it called?
That's one good. Yeah, I think I know he's a big one too. I've watched him a few times. Yeah, he gets those. What's that rich county out there? I forget it.
Long Island.
Yeah,
I know a little bit of Long Island. Freeport? No, not Freeport. Nautica Mile? No. No.
My best friend from college lives out there, but he was a New York City cop. I had to retire due to an injury. One of the best dudes in the world, man. Johnny, I don't know if you're watching this, but we got to hook up soon, man. But it'll come to me in a minute, man.
Yeah, no.
He's always out there. He's always out there getting some of those people.
Yeah, like people abuse though, like their authority though at times. Like I'm not even talking about cops. Like some of those ladies that come out of those buildings too and be like, "You got to get out of here, Bob!" Like they start screaming at me, and you're on camera. And there's somebody like, can't you take a hint? Like they just, I don't know. I don't get how they take that bait all the time.
I like this one guy. It's like I think it was a cop sitting in his car, and the guy came up to videotape him, and he's like, "What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be?" And the cop just looks at him and goes, "I don't answer questions. I know my rights." And just kind of flipped it on him. So it was funny as shit, dude. It was priceless, actually.
Nice. But did that ever happen to you? Well, besides the belt incident, though, was that pretty much the only time that ever happened to you?
Oh, no, they come to the airport a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's the space they come. I mean, yeah, there's no, I'm not going to. Well, some of our guys have made it on YouTube.
Why, though? Don't you guys ever have a round table meeting? Like, let them fucking film.
Bro, I haven't been on Squad since 2010. So, I mean, I would think that they would. Well, no, after a couple videos come out, they always address it. But then it's an ego thing, man. It's ego. If you were to come up and did that shit to me when I was 23, 24, I probably would have been on YouTube too. It's a learning experience after however many years. But when you're in your early 20s, you act.
Did you ever hear of a mag set press?
No. I might have seen it, but I don't recall the name.
A mag set press is my fave. He doesn't go as hard with the audit stuff. He's more fun. Loomis can't pronounce. I just did a mag set. Got you on that one, Brett. Frank Fiorlino. But I got him on that one. You know what I mean? I know my words, Brett. There's just a couple that you know what I mean, that are tough out there. You know, I know my words, and I was spelling bee champion in 8th grade and almost made it to DC. So,
I can't spell worth a shit.
Oh, I was a samurai speller in 8th grade. Samurai speller in 8th grade. Vacuum, spell vacuum, Keith.
I'm not spelling on here. I'm gonna embarrass myself.
We should have a spell bee contest one day. Spell vacuum, photosynthesis, PHOTOSYNTHESIS.
I was the first one out, first or second one out every time.
Yeah.
No, I can't spell worth a shit.
Yeah, no.
My thank God for like spell check now. When I was in Richmond,
yeah.
My first couple of years, we were still handwriting reports. And it was awful because I misspelled the dumbest words because I'm not smart. And you're on a stand right now, and the defense attorney is like, "What word is this?" And I'm like, "Oh, come on, bro. You got to call me out like that."
It's not that you're not smart, man. Like, we're all smart in like our own. I always look at it like in school, whenever I think I was telling Brett this, like in school, whenever I was interested, I would ace a test. If I wasn't interested or whatever, I'm smart in a way where maybe someone's fantastic at math. But not saying I'm fantastic, but I could play the piano and I could play music. So there's different, like, you know, when you're talking about just the school smartness, but when it comes to spelling, I mean, there's not, I'd say maybe 10 people in the country. I'd probably rank top 8, I'd say, in the country in spelling. Hands.
No, I mean, I guess my strength was more street smart, being able to.
Yeah, I'm ranked 5th.
Adapt and shit,
and
spelling not good.
This is a fact too. Game Pro Magazine Resident Evil world record time. Boom. 1 hour and 38 minutes with Barry with the infinite rocket launcher. That and spelling bee. You know, those are credentials though that I never really brought up before. But you know,
it's funny.
I don't like to brag or nothing, but that's what I do. You know, we got Matt. We ate crayons until 8th grade.
Crayons.
And Brett, spell a Magan set. Spell a Magan set. Well, it's right there, but I'm just saying, that would be a good spelling bee. What I don't know what happened to this show right now, how we're talking about spelling bees and whatever. From the audits and all that stuff. Though.
Yeah.
And Brett has a partner, like me and you are, but it's Frank Fiorlino, and I used to say his name wrong. And the actual intro is like me going like Frank Fiorlino, and like a couple other guys screwing up though his name. Saying names, terrible at. For some reason, with Italian names, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I just, some of them are tough, man. Some are tough. And so don't ever get offended or whatever. It's just, I'm an idiot when it comes to, thank you, Matt, when it comes to that type of stuff. So it's not out of disrespect. It's not like I'm telling my brain, fucking pronounce this guy's name wrong, blah, blah. No, I don't mean to. So I'm still fired up about that. Never mind, I'm not bringing it back up. Like that shit though fires me up though, Keith. It's just the world. We like, what a world. The world we live in today compared to like the 80s and how we grew up. I don't remember ever talking like about that stuff like at all. Like I just remember being outside all the time, fucking playing, having a great time, even up till like my teenage years in high school and all that shit. But you hit it best. You said it's definitely social media. Without that, you got to remember. The cool kid's the one with the followers now. That's how high school is. How many followers do you have? Like, you know, that's what it is. But go ahead. What were you going to say, buddy?
I went to a private military school. And I mean, we didn't have a big class, but we had some of everything there. We all hung out, man. It just wasn't an issue. I don't know.
Got it. Amagonset. It's pronounced actually. It's said individually. So that'd be Amagonset. Amagonset. Got it. Well, all right, here we go. It's a town out in Long Island, one of those old native names. Is he talking about Amagonset?
I would assume so.
Oh, okay. Because I thought
he just wants you to keep saying that word.
So, yeah, probably. There he is, Keith, the killer, Costa. Costa, bring it, buddy, bring it.
I don't have any weapons right now.
That's it. He's got the drill. He's got the OTF. I always got the OTF here out the front. What do you got, Costa, for us? Town of Oyster Bay. Oyster Bay Cove. All right. Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it, my man. Great to see you here, pal. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it.
How did we get from
I have no
kids getting murdered to a spelling bee, bro?
Well, lives go that way. Lives do go that way. Lives are lives. I was telling Chris this yesterday. Like, lives are tough in the sense of like, because we want to talk to the chat and this and that. When you do a live show, you try to have a topic, but you're going to end up going all over the place. It just No, I know, but it's the truth, though. You're just going to end up going all over the place. Whatever you need, I got your 6. I got 6 of my man. Matt, I have a 13-year-old. It's too hard now. They shit. Oh, the shit they go through. Oh, yeah, man. And even though with that's what it's all about. Like, who's more popular in numbers, and that cyberbullying shit's like real shit and fucking and regular, but we have to sympathize for that for a little bit because we didn't grow up in that era. So when I used to hear cyberbullying, I used to be like, I'm not going to lie. I used to be like, who gives a fuck, blah, blah, blah. But as you got to take yourself back as like a little kid growing up, that's a different, they grew up to a total different world. When I was a kid, the first phone I ever seen was the bag phone. Remember the bag phone? And then some car phones. So
my daughter started her sophomore year this year, and see the first or second day of school, I rolled up in white Crocs, shorts, and a wife beater. Yeah. Go pick you up, and I was like, whatever. But yeah, man, it's that, and COVID messed a lot of these kids up.
Dude, COVID, not just kids. COVID fucked up a lot of fucking people. Like, yeah, it did. Yeah. Me and James were talking about that, though, how, I know a lot of people, and you think about this, Keith, the small business owners who are living their lives the whole time. Now, if you lose a business, you could usually, it's like something maybe you've done wrong, or you're like, okay, I just have to work harder next time and try to get it going. But when you have something like that happen, where you didn't do anything wrong at all, like it wasn't on you, that's got to be tough, that pill to swallow, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, and they didn't
there was so much fraud after that, man.
Oh,
bailouts and this and that. It's just like, it was crazy, dude.
Unbelievable. But you got Costa, Upper Brooksville. That's where most of those guys like your friends are. Joe live in Long Island. Oh, he's talking about the rich areas of Long Island. I think he just said so then the name of it is where he just said it right here, Oyster Bay. Yeah, there's Oyster Bay. Where's the Hamptons at? That's just the Hamptons, right?
Hampton? No, it was the Hamptons. I don't know, man. It'll come to me.
Yeah,
this live's over, probably.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it always fucking happens, though. But yeah, man, going back though, man, to how we started though the show though, man, just cops. Okay, I'm gonna play you a quick hypothetical before we end the show. I'm with you. We see something fucking terrible. I'm fucking out of my mind. Like, I can't handle it. Hypothetical, and I'm this or that. You said there's only 2 that are allowed to go off of, dude. You still.
No, I was just throwing a number out there, but if you're a busy area, and so something like that we just saw, the video we just saw with the kids in there, everybody's coming. Everybody that works in that area is coming. And you can't send everybody home, man, because you still got work to do. So yeah, the first few people, they might be able to, but you can't send, you still have calls coming in left and right,
Is there ever a situation where the chief or the sergeant or whatever though is just you guys all right? Could you have after what you see, is there a huddle up, any type of shit
that? So until recently, no, never. I mean, I've never heard of one. Even after the Navy Yard, I think my boss goes, "Shib, are you good?" I go, "Yes, sir," and that was it. But now, with how peer support has evolved, and we started this, I'd say about a year and a half ago, maybe, is they started after the Virginia Tech shooting when that kid killed whatever. And these cops that got messed up from that ended up hearing about this thing and going to North Carolina, and then they brought it back. But it's called a post-critical incident debrief. So any critical incident, we will have every officer that was there, every firefighter, EMS person that was there, dispatchers are there. You'll have peers, like on the piers, like 3 or 4 of us. And then you'll actually have a clinician. And they try to make them mandatory, but you really can't. They say mandatory unless, you got something else to do. But what it is, you sit in a circle. It's like a meeting, bro. It's like an AA or NA meeting. You sit in a circle and you go around and you tell, like, we'll ask a question, be like, okay, what was your role? And everybody will go around and say what their role was in the incident. Okay, in your role, what bothers you the most? And you'll go around. And it's just a way to get it out, kind of like as a group.
Yeah.
And it sounds silly, like cops are never going to do this. But we've had a few, and you don't have to talk if you don't want to, like a freaking meeting. But most people do, which surprised me. And the people that I never thought that I thought would just make fun of it or whatever have come up to me and said that is the best thing that they've done. So the post-critical incident debriefs are great. And then from those post-critical incidents at the end, you're like, okay, well, if you start not being able to sleep, not being able to eat, over-irritated, all the signs, you know what I mean? Come see one of us and we'll get other resources. And that's when the clinician stuff comes in. So all this stuff is really new, man. It's within the last year or two that this stuff is even starting to go to different police departments.
Look at this, the shift show. What's up, the shift show? Yes,
Adam Blevins. What's up, Adam?
What's up, Adam? We got to get him on here.
So that goes right to what we're talking about, right? So we have these post-critical incident debriefs after an event. Adam, with the shift show that y'all need to check out, by the way, is I don't know what his title is. He's one of the people for VA LEAP, Virginia Law Enforcement Assistance Program. So if something in the state of Virginia happens and they don't have the resources or peers to do that post-critical incident debrief, Adam and his team will actually come to you, whether it's 20 minutes away or 4 hours away, and they will do that for your department. Another thing they did which was brought up after the Virginia Tech shooting, is have it's like a post-critical incident retreat, kind of. It's like a 3-day thing. And just like a post-critical incident debrief, you sit at a table. There's a bunch of peers and clinicians around. You go around, tell, why you're here, what your situation is. And then it's just 3 days of fellowship with other cops. You get split into small groups to talk about you group them by situation. It's just great, man. It's a great 3 days. And you have a lot of people that come to that are like they're voluntold to be there. Their department said, no, you're fucked up. You need to go to this. You know what I mean? So they'll come there the first day and be huffing and puffing, and this is stupid. And by the third day, the change in them is astronomical, man. And now they're coming up to you telling you that they don't want to leave, and this is you know what I mean? So VA LEAP is doing some amazing things. And Adam runs that show. I think we got one in October, man. And at night it's great, dude. This girl brought a karaoke machine last time. We're all laughing our asses off just listening to people try to sing songs and stuff. But it's just a way to get that everything that we as cops we used to that we shoved in is now there's a few different avenues to get it out, man.
Yeah,
you can see it. So
yeah.
We're gonna get Adam on here soon.
I'd be there, Costa. I'd be there rolling out the keyboard for karaoke. I rolled it out yesterday for the Ozzy show, but like Matt said, Matt, we definitely got to get Adam on, because I was gonna have Adam on the Loomis show, but then when the Loomis show stopped, then we teamed up. Now that's the only reason why that didn't happen, Adam, is because I switched over to I wanted to start fresh on this. So I mean, obviously, you're more than welcome to come on, and people check out the shift show, definitely. Back in the day, you had to stay, write your report, and keep it moving until the end of your shift and go get drunk and go to choir practice, right, Keith?
Choir practice, baby.
And I could see that's a recipe for disaster.
You're
right. Thank you. Appreciate you too, Adam. Appreciate you, boys. Karaoke's coming back. Nice. Keith.
I'm gonna break down. If karaoke's coming back this October, I'm going to break down some Ozzy just for Loomis. It's coming out.
Yeah, you got to send it to me. I got to see that. I'll make a short of that. It's like we got it.
I should do it. Yeah.
Seriously. I can play all of his songs pretty much on the keys.
But
So
just real quick,
do it up.
Adam also came out with a book, The Shift Show, on Amazon and stuff. So about Adam was a state trooper, and just get the book. The book's pretty freaking awesome. So
before we take
if people buy it, you put Keith on there. Adam said he'll give me 25 cents for every copy.
For 25 cents. Is it called The Shift Show, the book?
Yep, just like the name up there that he has.
The Shift Show can refer variety. Hold on. There's a TV series called The Shift. That's why I got confused. Here it is. Wait, no, watch because there was a show called here. Let me put book. I'll put the link up right now. The Shift Show book. Stop the Shift Show. No, hold on. Welcome to the Shift Show.
Yeah. Well, he's got a YouTube. I mean, a Facebook, Instagram, and
let's put his YouTube up, right? The Shift Show. I like to put up links though, just to here he is. Boom. Well, I'm subscribed to him though, so boom. Well, actually, no, on this thing, on Mind Over Madness. No, well, this is the Aussie thing. I'm still going to subscribe up though, but let me share that link in the comment and then go to our Mind Over Madness. This happened yesterday, man. Why when I go to the live? Oh, here we are. Never mind. I'm an idiot. 1 second. I just want to put that link up.
But yeah, Adam's got some pretty funny stuff on his stuff too about the Shift Show. Like, have you ever farted in a drive-through and the lady smelled it or stuff like that? It's
Hold on. I actually have to text it to me because for some fucking reason it doesn't let me click on our live. Loomis, text it to myself, and then I'll be able to get in. Bam, boom. Loomis, text it to myself, and then I'll be able to get in. Bam. There.
But, no, somebody did. Suffolk County was the county I was thinking of. You're absolutely right.
There's the link right there. But
good job.
Sorry about that, though. We don't have a producer or anything like that, and these are just lies. But I do want to say about this channel, though, Mind Over Madness. So, folks, this is not just going to be a weekly live. What we are going to be having guests. Things are cooling down, though, with the videoing of with the production of the Buffalino family documentary. So now I'm going to have more time, though. We're going to have pre-record videos, shorts, but we're going to keep, though, the Tuesday night live, though, going at all times. And also, don't forget, though, check in the description as well for that benefit, though, for 9/11. Like I read earlier, everything is in the description for that again. And that is at the White Horse.
White House. Yeah, show up at the White House.
Yeah, go to the White House. But no, it's sponsored by the White Horse Tavern, Squad Life, Friends of the Champ, Guitar Consulting, Mind Over Madness. And then, like I said, your brother, the White Horse, 4 p.m. at 9/11/2025, 25 Bridge Street, NYC, 10004. I'll have other links up as time goes on, but check that out in the description. And Keith, you got any closing thoughts for tonight?
No, man.
Gonna have a spelling bee next week. I can't spell too.
I don't know, man. I just appreciate people coming and checking it out, and just people that probably have had bad experiences with law enforcement, coming and seeing how seeing it from the cop side as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try to bridge that gap. I mean, we could do a lot better with this stuff, but I don't know, man. It's just
once we start putting out like actual real episodes, like pre-record too, that actually get, because lives don't get recommended. We're just doing lives for now. We just started this, and it's a tough time, obviously. On my end for time and stuff with what I got going on and stuff. But I mean, I want to put everything into this, and that's what we're gonna do, man. And we're gonna eventually end up meeting up, get some pics, get some content going. Then we're going to head out, though, to D.C., check out some places. It's going to be a good old time, though. But, yeah, folks, thank you so much, though, for coming on and joining the chat. Subscribe, share, let your people know. I apologize about snapping about the Nazis. You never know who's watching, dude, some professional, and I'm going, rah. But I don't know. I am who I am, and that shit just bothers me.
I'll tell you what, I did not see that coming. It was the best comment I think I've ever read in my life.
What's that?
When he wrote, I did not see that coming.
Oh, Oh yeah. No, he's very witty. He's a witty one. Thank you, Costa. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget the shift show. Check it out. There's the link. And me. Love you, buddy. Yeah, but Keith, I'll be in touch with you on tomorrow, and then I want to start setting up some. We have some stuff though that we did, but I want to start.
I'm waiting for one call back for our first one that we talked about, but that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one, and also tomorrow I'm actually making a call to the other one who's going to be a guest on the show, who I told you about, the female.
We have some awesome people. It's gonna be fun. We have some great people.
Yeah, we got some great guests coming up though, folks. Just so you know. So just stay tuned. Subscribe to Mind Over Madness. Share with your folks, your family, your kids, your everyone, and we really appreciate it. And if anyone out there is struggling with addiction or anything like that, just give us an email at I got it right here. There's so many freaking things I've been involved with. Hold on, where the hell is it at? Right there. Mind Over Madness Mom. Just think of your mom, Mind Over Madness, then mom at gmail.com. And we will definitely respond within 24 hours of that email. But thank you all very much. Keith, as always, brother. Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Brett, you're the man. You got the star comment tonight. I did not see that coming. That was shrewd. That was pretty shrewd. But try getting me on spelling, Brett. You never will. He always breaks my balls about how I say words, but he'll never get me on spelling. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching.
All right, guys. See you next time.
Check these out next time on Mind Over Madness. Have a great night, Keith.
You too, bud.